Hello everyone, this is Shan Heather, and in this video we are going to do a gaming performance test of the Poco F7 Pro by playing few of the most high-end heavy graphics game on the highest possible graphics setting. We will also monitor the battery performance and whether we are going to face any heating issue or not. So here we go. So for this testing purpose, we have set the screen refresh rate to 120Hz. From the battery settings, we have selected the ultimate mode to get the best performance out of the device. And we will use Xiaomi's Game Turbo to play all of these games, where once again we have selected the high quality to play all of these games we got here. So these are the games we got today here on our Poco F7 Pro. So first of all, let's start with Call of Duty Mobile. So here in the graphics setting of Call of Duty Mobile, you can see by default max frame rate is selected and very high graphics quality. I can select max graphics with max frame rate. I'm also going to select the depth of field, bloom and ragdoll effect to apply maximum stress on the CPU and GPU, and let's see how good the performance of the device is going to be. So here in the Game Turbo widget, you can see we have selected the wild boost mode to get the best performance out of the device, and you can see we are getting 60 FPS right now on the max graphics and max frame rate. As you can see here, graphics quality is brilliant. If you have a look on the ground, you can see how much detail we are getting. The sharpness and everything is so good.
We're capturing B. Targets in sight. Hunter-killer drone deployed. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Losing Bravo.
So no frame drops or lagging is happening, as you can see.
We've taken the lead. Enemy down. Losing C. Taking back. Cover me. We lost C. Targets in sight. Tango down. We captured A. Losing B. We captured C. All positions locked down. Hold your positions. We've taken the lead. Losing Charlie. Friendly swarm activated. Tango down. Destroy enemy's hunter-killer. Lost Charlie. Lost the sentry gun in your AO. Nice work. Get ready for the next round. Capturing Bravo. Friendly XS-1 Goliath incoming. Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed. Friendly XS-1 Goliath is landing. Enemy taking Bravo. Contact with enemy. We've taken the lead. Enemy in sight.
Once again, you can see we are getting 60 FPS, no frame drop, no lagging. Everything is nice and smooth.
Been destroyed. Enemy down. Targets in sight. Enemy has Bravo. We've taken the lead. Losing Alpha. Chasing mine. Sentry gun ready to deploy. deploy. Enemy spotted. Stealth chopper on standby. Hostile predator missile inbound. Capture A. Stealth chopper inbound. Lost Bravo.
Enemy in sight!
Sentry gun deployed.
Tango down!
We're almost there. Keep it up. Hunter killer drone deployed. Predator missile inbound.
And here we go. So everything was nice and smooth while playing Call of Duty Mobile. On Poco F7 Pro we were getting 60 FPS constantly. I'm going to reduce the graphics quality a bit just to see whether we are going to get better FPS or not. So now I have selected the low graphics with max frame rate, and let's see how much FPS we will get. So even with the lowest graphics quality, and if I have a look at the ground, it's not the lowest, I believe, but we are only getting 60 FPS still. So better to play the game on the max graphics with max frame rate and get the 60 FPS. So I'm just going to leave it here. Let's close it. And now let's play Injustice 2. So the graphics quality is really good, as you can see here. And now this time we are getting around 120 FPS, as you can see in the game turbo widget.
Stop where you are! Maybe now you'll take me seriously. Good thinking, Professor.
I'm sick of people trying to kill me!
So everything was nice and smooth while playing Injustice 2 on Poco F7 Pro, and we were getting 120 FPS. So let's close the Injustice 2. Now let's play Call of Duty Warzone. So here in the graphics setting of Call of Duty Warzone, you can see by default higher graphic detail is selected, and you can also see that in the recommended section it is showing to play the game on the higher graphics quality. But I'm going to select the custom graphic preset because then only I will be able to select high visual quality along with uncapped FPS, because on the higher graphics setting you do not get the option to make any changes in the FPS. And let's play the game and let's see how good it's going to be. So here in the FPS meter you can see that we are getting 60 FPS.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Stay alive to keep the squad in the fight. Attack map to hunt down the rest of them. Incoming! Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
So you can see that the graphics quality is quite nice, but when I'm going close to these walls, slightly pixelation is happening,
All squad
but the
mates are
gameplay
in the
is
safe
looking
zone.
quite smooth.
Right. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
And as you can see, we are getting a bit more than 60 FPS. It's going 67, 62, 77, 64, 68. So gameplay is pretty smooth. Not 120 FPS of course, but considering the fact that we are playing it on the higher graphic detail, it's looking
Contract failed.
pretty great for sure.
You have reinforcements inbound. Enemy dropping into the AO. Friendly loadout drop on the way. Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Now the device is slightly warm in my hand.
All squad mates are in the safe zone. Enemy dropping into the AO. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close. Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you to load up now. Enemy dropping into the AO. All squad mates are in the safe zone. Dropped them! It's down to 10.
So once again, as you can see, we are getting a bit more than 60 FPS here. Graphics quality is looking good enough.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Contract work for you, soldier.
So as you can see, everything was nice and smooth while playing Call of Duty Warzone on Poco F7 Pro on the highest possible graphics setting. We were getting a bit more than 60 FPS on the highest graphics setting. The device is slightly warm now, not too hot, but the frame is a bit hot, and the same goes with the back panel as well. So now I'm going to select the smoother gameplay, and let's see how much FPS we are going to get.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Stay alive to keep the squad in the fight.
So now you can see that we are getting around 80 FPS, 77 FPS. Gameplay is a bit smoother for sure compared to what we were getting earlier, because before it was around 60-65 FPS, but now we are getting around
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Gas is closing in.
here we go. So of course we can get better FPS, around 90 FPS or something in that range on the preferred frame rate graphic setting, but I'm going to leave it now. And now it's time to play Asphalt Legends Unite. So the graphics quality is looking really good, as you can see, and we are getting 60 FPS, as you can see in the gameplay that we get. No frame drops or lagging is happening. Graphics quality is pretty solid. So let's close Asphalt Legends Unite, and now let's play Diablo Immortal. So here in the graphics setting, you can see by default high graphics with 30 FPS is selected. I cannot select Ultra. I can select 60 FPS with high graphics. So this is what I'm going to use to play the game. Now let's play it and let's see how much FPS we are going to get. The graphics quality is looking good enough, as you can see here. and we are getting 60 FPS, so that's quite nice.
I'm healed. Let us continue.
The graphics quality is really good.
Health is wealth. Bought myself another night. I'm tired of killing spiders. A waste of precious time.
And here we go. But you can see that everything was nice and smooth while playing Diablo Immortal on Poco F7 Pro, and we were getting 60 FPS with great graphics quality. So let's close Diablo Immortal and now let's play PUBG Mobile. So here in the graphics setting of PUBG Mobile, you can see by default HD graphics with high frame rate is selected. I can select HDR, Ultra HDR. When I'm selecting, then the extreme frame rate option is getting disabled. Extreme HDR is not available, so the maximum possible combination is Ultra HDR with Ultra. That's what I'm going to use to play the game. But if I'm going to smooth, then ultra extreme is getting enabled as well. So I'm going to play the game first on ultra graphics with ultra frame rate, and then I will check smooth with ultra extreme to see how much FPS we are going to get. So here you can see that we are getting around 50 FPS, 49 FPS on ultra graphics and ultra frame rate. The graphics quality is brilliant. If you have a look on the ground, you can see how much detail we are getting, the cracks and all, the reflection of the light from the costume of the character. It's looking pretty solid for sure. Once again, if you have a look on these rocks, lots of detail and everything. So you can see no frame drops or lagging is happening. Everything is nice and smooth. And we are getting 60 FPS as you can see here, going up and down around 50 FPS most of the time, we believe. So as you can see, no frame drops or lagging is happening, and we are getting around 60 FPS most of the time. It's fluctuating between 45 to 60. But the graphics quality is quite impressive, as you can see here, and no frame drops or lagging is happening. So once again, if you have a look on this rock here, you can see how much detail we are getting. Also, if you have a look on the ground, lots of detail in everything. Gameplay is pretty smooth, as you can see, and we are getting around 45 to 50 FPS most of the time, as you can see here. So now I have selected smooth graphics with ultra extreme frame rate, and let's see how much FPS we are going to get. So now the gameplay is looking very smooth. The graphics quality is still good enough, it's not that bad. And as you can see, we are getting 120 FPS here, around 115, 114. It's fluctuating a bit. So as you can see, the Poco F7 Pro is capable of running PUBG Mobile at 120 FPS. So I'm just going to leave it here. Now talking about the battery life. After playing all of these games on the highest possible graphics setting and from ultimate or ultra mode from the battery setting, the battery percentage moved from 82 to 64 after around 1 hour 25 minutes of gameplay. That's the duration of the video recording, and considering that the battery performance seems quite nice and you will enjoy longer sessions of gaming on this device. So overall, the gaming performance of Poco F7 Pro is quite impressive in every aspect. It's just that not every game is fully compatible. For example, Call of Duty Mobile was able to run only at 60 FPS even on max frame rate with the lowest possible graphics setting. For Injustice 2 we were getting 120 FPS, same for PUBG Mobile. For Asphalt, Legends Unite and Diablo Immortal we were getting 60 FPS, that's the max one, and in Call of Duty Warzone we were getting 65 to 85 FPS depending on the graphics setting. And talking about the heating issue, the device is pretty much at the same temperature. It was hot only once while playing Call of Duty Warzone, and now it's back to the normal temperature. So that's all for now friends, thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and I will see you guys next time in another video. Have a nice day.